For decades, the U.S. Patriot missile system has been the gold standard of air defense, a shield that entire nations have relied on. But what happens when a sword is forged that can shatter that shield? Welcome to the global arena. I'm Abu Sayed, and today we're diving into a battlefield in Ukraine where the paradigm of aerial warfare is shifting overnight. The interception rates of Western air defenses have collapsed from over a third to a mere 6%. And at the heart of this crisis is one weapon, Russia's upgraded Iskander-M ballistic missile. This isn't just an improvement, it's a Patriot's worst nightmare. Let's break down the numbers because they are staggering. According to analyses from late 2025, Ukraine's success rate in intercepting Russian ballistic missiles plummeted from around 37% in August to a mere 6% just 1 month later. Think about that. For every 100 ballistic missiles fired, 94 are now slamming into their targets. This isn't a minor dip. This is a systemic collapse. And the primary reason is sitting in Russian silos, the 9K720 Iskander-M. So, what makes this missile so different? It's not just about speed. It's about deception and unpredictability. The Iskander-M has always been a fearsome weapon, but recent software and tactical upgrades have turned it into a game changer. It now employs what's known as a quasi-ballistic trajectory. Traditional ballistic missiles follow a predictable arc, like a thrown rock. The Patriot system is brilliant at calculating that arc and sending an interceptor to that future point. But the Iskander abandons this predictability. It can coast, then suddenly deviate, perform sharp lateral maneuvers, and execute a steep, sudden dive in its terminal phase. By the time the Patriot's radar sees the maneuver, its prediction is already wrong, and there's a catastrophic time deficit. The interceptor simply can't adjust in time, but the deception doesn't stop there. Layered on top of this is a devastating deception tactic. In its terminal phase, the Iskander can deploy radar decoys, small dart-shaped objects that generate a signature almost identical to the missile itself. To a Patriot radar screen, one incoming threat suddenly becomes 2, 3, or 4. It forces the system to split its attention, wasting precious seconds and interceptors on ghosts, while the real missile punches through. The battlefield impact has been immediate and severe. We've seen instances where Iskander-M missiles have directly engaged and destroyed Patriot system components themselves, taking out the very eyes and brain of the battery. In coordinated attacks, like one in early October 2025, we saw all 7 Iskander-Ms in a massive salvo penetrate defenses and strike their targets, including critical drone manufacturing plants and energy infrastructure. Now, some analysts, like American physicist John Ridge, argue these capabilities aren't entirely new, but are instead a refinement of existing features. But whether it's new tech or just newly effective tactics, the result is the same: a fundamental challenge to Western air dominance. The bigger picture is where this becomes a global strategic crisis. Russia's fully mobilized wartime economy is now mass-producing these advanced platforms. Meanwhile, Ukraine, and by extension the West, is tethered to a fragile and strained industrial base in the US and Europe, which is struggling to keep pace with both production and the technological arms race. The West's own policy decisions, years of underinvestment in missile defense and conventional munitions, have ironically fueled the very Russian war machine it now finds it cannot outproduce or entirely outmatch. So let's be clear. The Iskander, with its unpredictable flight path and layered deception, has become the Patriot's nightmare. It has exposed a critical vulnerability in our understanding of modern warfare. The era of guaranteed aerial defense is over. The shield has been cracked. What do you think can be done to counter this new threat? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to stay on the front line of global military analysis, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next report. This is Abu Sayed for Global Arena. Stay informed.